Hello everyone, this is Nal with another video on AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate 2020 certification. In this video, we're going to work with launch configuration and launch templates. First of all, what is launch configuration? Launch configurations is a template that an EC2 autoscaling group uses to launch EC2 instances. So launch configuration is more specific to autoscaling group. So we are going to create autoscaling group, and before creating an autoscaling group, there is a requirement. When creating an autoscaling group, you need to have a template, either a template or a launch configuration. So with launch configuration, you can specify information for the instance, such as the ID of the Amazon machine image. You will select the machine image, instance type, and key pair, security group, and the disk that needs to be attached as part of the EC2 instance, which will be part of the autoscaling group. Then what's the difference between launch instance and launch template and launch configuration? Basically, both are solving exactly the same problem. With launch template is similar to launch configuration in that it has specified instant configuration and included are the ID of the AMI instance type and the key pair security group. The main difference between both are exactly the same, but launch templates are mostly used to create multiple instances from the same image, whereas launch configuration is only used for autoscaling group. So let's get started with this. So what we need to do is we need to go into the console, log into the console, and go to services. Once you're in the services, go to EC2 instances. What are we trying to do? We will be working with launch configuration first. So launch configuration is right here under autoscaling, and launch template is right here. Now with launch template, we can create a brand new template, or we can create a template of any instance. So let's first create a template. So I have 3 instances running here. All are Linux instances that we created in the previous video, and it is available in US East 1C. So I'm going to create a launch. I'm going to create a template of this image. Let's say, why do we create a template? We create a template so that we can keep it as a master image, and from that template we can create multiple EC2 instances, so that we don't have to do basic configuration. So here, in order to make it a template, this running this EC2 instance, we can go here, create a template from the instance. And let's say we have all the required information, we have all of the required configuration in this EC2 image, and I am going to create a template out of this EC2 image. So I'm going to name it as master image 01. So this is our company's master server image, and this is for our Linux server. And the template version, we are going to provide that this version is 1.0. You can create different versions of this with different configurations. So this one will be 1.0, and select this if you intend to use this template with EC2 scaling. So we can so I'm going to select that in the next video we're going to create autoscaling group. So we are going to use this template, and here with the template we are going to add tags. So tag will help us with the information that this template belongs to which department. So let's say this belongs to finance department, and we can also add a cost center code for billing purposes. So this is cost center code, and here we can launch the template, launch template content using the same using this Linux AMI that we selected when we created this EC2 image, and this is T2 micro. It has taken everything from the EC2 instance. Remember that we are creating this template from that EC2 instance, and this is the key that we are going to use. If you need to create another key, you can create it right from here. Here you can select networking. It will be a private network. It will be a private VPC, virtual private cloud, and in this we can select either a security group or a network card in the configuration. So I'm not going to select a security group here, but so the disk will remain the same. Here you can also these are the tags that will go with the template. So here the name of the machine is Linux Web Server 01, and here let me provide So department is finance. So finance as a department, and here it's so we are going to use the same tag with everything that we use for this template. So instance and volumes, and here network interface card. So with the network interface card, remove the subnet. So here we can specify the subnet for this is it's in 1C. So here it's saying remove subnet for EC2 scaling template. So since this will be an EC2 scaling template, we can select another subnet. So why is it not letting us create a subnet? Because we've selected the auto scaling group from here. Let me just we can select that option later on as well. So for now I'm just going to keep it simple and keep it go with the same subnet of 1C. So let's keep it to 1C because this is where the template is, and we'll leave everything rest of the things as is, and we're going to launch this template. So template is launched, and view the launch template. The template is right here. We can create a different variation, a launch template, and launch configuration is actually the older way of creating the configuration for auto scaling group. Now when you go and try and create a launch configuration, so right here at the top you will see a message saying that instead of using the launch configuration to create EC2 auto scaling group, we recommend that you launch a template to make sure that you're getting the latest features from EC2. So we're now going to use the launch configuration. Launch configuration was just to make up the same configuration for EC2 instance that can be used for auto scaling group, but launch template is recommended from AWS, and that makes more sense. Why? Because we have created that launch template. We created the template from a running EC2 instance. So that's how we create a launch instance, launch template from a running EC2 instance. And launch configuration, once it is created, it won't create a EC2 instance. It is just a configuration that can be used with auto scaling groups. So in this video we've seen how to create a template from a running EC2 instance. In the next video we are going to create an auto scaling group. Thank you for watching this video.